Hi guys, Neil here from Multech. Today we're going to talk about the Tactix 7 Pro Ballistics version. It's got sapphire glass and a titanium bezel. So you will see the watch has some scratches on the edges, but the glass has absolutely no scratches on. This glass is extremely hard wearing. So I'm going to focus on the applied ballistics version because that's what we do. And but I'm going to show you a quick overview of what this watch has. You will see in the screen there's a little ring around it. That's a solar panel, so it won't charge your battery, but it will help slow down the discharge of the battery if you are in the sun quite a lot. So what you get with this watch is you get a complete smartwatch. It is touchscreen. It responds very well as well. So or you can use the buttons. So I'm going to use the buttons for now. There you get your notifications. You got your weather app. You get a heart rate monitor, pulse oxygen. You have to, this depletes the battery quite fast, so I don't use it on an auto basis. I use it on a manual basis. When you go into it and it scans your pulse oxygen. You got your calendar, solar intensity, your steps, temperature. This temperature is the temperature of the watch itself. You get your pressure, compass. There's a couple of quite handy things, and you can edit and add some other stuff as well. So what you get on this side is, if you can think of a sport, about any sport is loaded on this watch. Overlanding this detects wherever you go, your angles that you reach and all that kind of stuff. You can navigate with this watch. It's got a full GPS on it as well. Without further ado, my battery is almost depleted. It will last about 3 more days, but I charged this, I think it was on the 19th of December was the last charge on this watch. So into applied ballistics, you get a full applied ballistics. You do need to get used to it to use it, but what works excellent on this is I connect this to my 6-hour BDX 3000 binos, and I build a range card on this. So if we go to a shooting competition, I range all the gongs and I build my range card on the watch. You don't need to go with a booklet to the front of the line and all that kind of jazz. It's quite easy here. So here you can see you've got your first target. That's with your range card. You only get your first target on the main screen, and then here is your main screen. So you get a windage 1, windage 2 as you do on your Kestrel, and then you get a quick edit. So quick edit is you just enter your distance here, or you can scroll it up and down with your finger as well. I use the buttons, or if you have your rangefinder connected to the watch, it will automatically update your range there. So, and then direction of fire, you can either manually enter this, but if you press the up and down button, it activates when you get a GPS signal. I'm inside now, so we don't have GPS signal inside of the shop. But if you get a GPS signal and your compass gets activated with your GPS signals, then the moment you touch the up and down here, it automatically updates your direction of fire, and your direction of fire is always from 12 o'clock of your watch. So you just point the watch in the direction of your gong, and it will automatically update your direction of fire when you're outside, and your GPS and compass is working. I'm sitting in a steel constructed shop, so yeah, electronic compasses does not want to work within a steel barrier. Doesn't matter who the manufacturer is. So you got your wind 1 and wind 2 options here as well, and then the direction of your wind. This you have to enter manually because you don't have a wind meter or something on the watch. You can connect your Kestrel to get your wind readings on this, but it's easier to just give it a reading and you're done. Okay, so guys, that was the quick edit. After your quick edit, you get a range card and a target card. Now your range card is something that you can select. You can set the increments on this. Mine is set at 25 meter increments, and if you scroll up and down, it will automatically give you your adjustments. And if you go to your target card, this is a display of your target card, so you can scroll up and down. I'm going to show you how to build your target card just now. So for building the target card, I'm going to skip the environment quickly. We're going to go to target, and this is how you build your target card. So if your rangefinder is connected to the watch, any rangefinder that's got a Bluetooth exchange option that can connect to your Kestrel, your phone, whatever, will connect to the Garmin watch as well. So if your rangefinder, I use it. This is my main feature for this watch, is building target cards. So what I'll do is I'll connect my rangefinder, my 6-hour BDX 2000. I connect it to the watch, and then I build my target cards. So target 1 is selected at the moment when it's next to that little white stripe. Your target 1 is there. So if you press your ranging button, it will automatically update your range on here, and as the inclination, your angle as well. It will automatically update that. Then let's just go in there. And then when you want to take your target 2, so for instance you're at a shooting range or a shooting competition, you've got 3 targets or 4 or 5 targets on a range. You go to target 1, you range it. You go to target 2, you range it. Go to target 3, you range it. Target 4, range it. Target 5, range it. And then you can go out, you go to your target card, and all your targets will show up. Target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can build 10 at you can build a maximum of 10 targets on the device. So it's quite handy. This is what I use this watch for mainly. When I go hunting, I use my range card. So I load, I'll show you guys now, I only keep one profile on the watch at a time, so I don't make mistakes and select the wrong profile by mistake. So when I go hunting, this is what I use. I open my watch on this, and this is what I use. I use my range card. It's close enough for the shots we take in hunting, so, and the distances we hunt at. So this is quite handy. You don't have to have a card that's on your wrist or on your gun or whatever. You can just use your range card for when you go hunting. Then environment, you've got an auto update on your environment. So what the watch actually updates automatically is your latitude, your pressure, and your humidity. So this gets updated according to your GPS location. Temperature, you have to enter it yourself. The only downside to this whole thing, I have tried to speak to the guys about it, and we are still busy working it out, is if you want your temperature for the South African guys, you want your temperature to be in Celsius. The only problem that you have is you are setting the entire Applied Ballistics app to metric. and then everything goes to metric. Your wind speeds goes to kilometers per hour or meters per second. Your speed of your velocity of your gun goes to meters per second, and so it makes it quite difficult, because we are all, or most of us are used to having our speed on our velocities in feet per second, and I like to use my wind readings in miles per hour. It's easier for me to judge it like that. So yeah, that's the only thing. So what I do only is I set my Kestrel to Fahrenheit, and then I have my temperature of my Kestrel, and I just insert it here, because your temperature you do need to put in manually. The watch doesn't have a temperature sensor, but Garmin do sell a separate temperature sensor that you can also connect via Bluetooth to your watch, and then it will automatically update your temperature for you. Okay guys, so the next thing is we went to target profile. Okay guys, so like I said, I only keep one profile on the watch at a time. Then you can add a profile. You can manually add the profile on the watch itself. It's got bullet properties, so it's got a bullet database. You can add your everything here. You can do your drag curve, everything, gun properties. That will be your velocity, your zero range, your sight height, and all that kind of stuff. So it is possible to build a profile on the watch itself, but I use the, let me just delete this before I forget. So I use the Garmin, the AB Synapse app on my phone. You build your profile on there and you just sync it with your watch. So that's your profiles. Bullet properties, if you are selected on that profile, those bullet properties, gun properties and outputs will change for that profile only. And then setup here, that is where you get your units. Units are mixed. At the moment, if you set it to metric, everything goes to metric, and if you set it to statute, everything is imperial. So, and with the option, if your units are set to mixed, the only options that you have, you can't set your temperature. You can only change your wind units. That's the only thing you can change when you set to mixed. And then your spin drift is on here, your Coriolis effect you can do, and your aerodynamic jump you can put it on and off here. So guys, that's the Tactix in a nutshell. Okay guys, and then something else I want to show you, what this watch and some other Garmin watches as well, it's got a hunting function. So if you want to go and hunt, walk and stalk, this is a great thing to use. So you can start your hunt where it tracks your movements. You can view it on a map on here as well. We go into that now. You can save a location, so maybe if you've got your bucky or your bike or whatever with you and you get off it, you can just save your location and say that is where your vehicle is, and then if you shoot a deer or a buck, or you see signs or whatever, you can just select what you've seen and you can mark it on your watch, and then you can backtrack to it. It's quite a handy dandy thing. So if you got a blood trail, you can just mark it. It will need a GPS signal obviously to do that. You can start your hunt, and then this will track your movements. Please be sure that you have charged your watch fully for this, because GPS modes will deplete the battery quite quickly. You've got your compass and you've got your maps. So yeah, then you can scroll your maps and zoom in and out and all that kind of stuff. So if you're in a canyon or you struggle to get your bearings, yeah, you can view your maps on here. You can also get topo maps for this, but that is a subscription, monthly subscription that you need to pay. But with your normal map like this, you will get pretty far. So yes, let's just say end hunt. And then we can just exit there. So guys, this is the Tactix 7. It is quite handy. It's got an awesome heart rate monitor on it as well. As you see, if I touch my finger on the back, it picks up my heart rate. So yes, and you can get different screens, watch screens for this, watch faces. There's a couple of watch faces. You can download some more if you need to. I like to use the one that I've got on here. It's quite handy for me. It's got my weather on top. It's got the current temperature. You get your steps. It says when you can also change all of this. You can give it different stuff to display for you. But yeah, this is a freaking handy watch. I get separation anxiety if I take it off and I don't have it on my arm. And it's actually, I've had a couple of smart watches in my life, and I usually just wear them for like 5 or 6 months, and then I chuck it in the drawer because the batteries doesn't last, and you need to freaking charge it and restart it and all that kind of jazz all the time. But since I've had this, I shower with this. I almost never take it off. You'll see I've got a nice white line around my wrist. I only take it off when I do work on the lathe or something like that. Don't want to get it caught on something. So, but by far one of the nicest features on this is the applied ballistics. You can absolutely use this as a solver and just get a little small wind reader for you, but it does take a little bit of time to get used to using the applied ballistics on the watch itself. So as I said, the main reason I use it for is to build my target cards. If I've got my target cards here, I go back with my Kestrel and I insert all of these data points into my Kestrel to get my solver correct and ready for when I get to the shooting line. So guys, it is available from Multech. We don't have stock at the moment, but if you are looking for a Garmin watch or any other Garmin product, please get in touch with us and we will sort you out. Have a nice day. Cheers.